So the ASBA political agenda, let's see here. They've changed the way that they develop their political agenda. I don't know how familiar everyone is with what they have done. But this year, their meeting is going to be at the Camelback Inn on, let's see, September 7th. And usually I've been the representative for ASBA, but I will be out of the country on September 7th. So someone else will need to go. And honestly, I mean, it'd be nice if other people could also be involved with ASBA. Do we have, so when do they need these, do they need us to move, to make an action on the agenda items to actually approve them?
No, you don't, you can
No?
just discuss them and, or, you know, you can just say, you know what, you're the delegate, you know, you vote based on, you know, our beliefs. I mean, you kind of know, you know, where we stand and so you make the decisions. And, you know, they are listed here.
So in the past, I've been the delegate several times. So in the past, they've both given me direction as a board as to what they want me to support as a voting member in the delegate assembly. And they've also just said, go ahead, we know you will represent Creighton. So it kind of depends on what everyone wants to do. And we're also going to need someone to volunteer to be the ASBA delegate.
It looks like it's only a one-day thing.
It is.
Correct. It's a Saturday.
And it's a Saturday, so.
It's actually a really interesting process, and you get to meet school board members from all over the state, which is fascinating.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. Well, the only reason, I have my children that weekend, so that I'm looking at my,
I mean, I'm available. I have gone to ASBA's conferences before, so I'm happy to do it, but I'm also very happy to let somebody else do it. So
you know what, if there's nobody else who wants to do it, I'll do it. Like I said, the only reason I hesitated is because I have my children that weekend, but they're used to never seeing me at my right so.
And then LB can be the alternate.
Correct.
And then you change your mind and have anything better planned.
Sick. So can someone make the motion to authorize that Jeannie be the delegate and LD be the alternate? If I can say that. I can't speak this time of night.
Sure, I move the governing board authorize Jeannie Castine, ASBA delegate, or Ildi Lasko, Kerr alternate delegate, to vote on behalf of the governing board on such ASBA proposals which are in alignment with the district's vision, mission, and or goals at the delegate assembly to be held September 7th, 2013.
Is there a second?
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we want to give her direction, or are we fine with just letting her go and represent? I'm fine with letting her
I'm
go
fine
and
with
represent. Great. Okay. Wonderful. Last item.
Vote with your conscience.
Future agenda items. I know, Ilda, you had filled out a card to add.
I did for
an
the
agenda
district
item.
assessment update, just in terms of understanding where we're going with our assessments, you know, what the justification is for them and what we're utilizing the data for, just so we have a better understanding.
Did you have a date or a time frame in which you wanted?
No, I mean, we can sort of, I mean, if the 20th doesn't look too busy, I mean, I know we all added a bunch of items on Saturday.
Correct.
So I think whatever.
We actually have 4 items for the 20th, and I provided an updated one in your folder.
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And it-
Do a little arrow moving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
gotcha.
I couldn't change the one that was on board docs because it was already posted.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we have the after-school programs, K-12, student wellness, and then solar are the 4 that are on the 20th right now.
But it looks fairly busy.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question on the after-school programs. Is that, because that's something that I put forward, so is that something that I need to bring presentation for? Or? No, we'll bring you information. Okay, good. Okay.
Can you just remind me, because I asked for a community education program update, and
Mhm.
part of that was trying to understand what we were doing for after school. So are we doing the same? Is it something that we can combine those two things, or
We had
they?
that discussion today. In many districts, in larger
We can't get into
districts,
that much detail because it's not posted.
all I would just tell you is that our community ed department does not run the after-school program
Okay,
like they do in some districts.
okay, perfect.
So the 3rd and 17th years, is that what you're determining?
Yeah, I think that would be, yeah, I mean, if we can add it to the 3rd or the 7th, I mean, because it, I think would go nicely with the student achievement update, so we can add that there.
And I would like to.
Get that? Did you, she wants to add, I'm sorry, can you say that again? So
If
we'll
we
repeat
had
it.
wanted to add the district assessment update to the 3rd, where we have the student achievement, not study
Okay.
session, but,
And it's actually a study
Is it a
session that
study?
we have,
oh, fabulous.
so,
Yay!
Which date is that, the 3rd or the 17th?
I don't know, I don't think, has it been determined, Shar, if it's the 3rd or the 17th?
Well, our process in the past has been the first board meeting in September, but I think that you're going to be out.
I won't be here or I'll be jet lagged, depending on the day you choose, so either way. I don't know.
When you say study session, does that mean it starts at 5 o'clock or?
At 5:30.
Okay, 5:30.
Okay.
Do you have one?
I would like to, okay, where it says Committee for Open Source Software, I actually reached out and spoke to somebody named David Lapari from, or Lapari, I'm sorry, from an organization called Unicom, and they are based in Phoenix, but they serve educational facilities all over the country, actually, and open source software solutions. And he said that he would be willing to do a presentation, him and his partner, for the board, but since it's so full on the 20th, I could ask him for the 3rd or the 17th, if either one of those would work for him, and then maybe I could just report back to Hilda. I don't know if this is a new item, since there is, where it says Committee for Open Source Software. This is just information of somebody that I found, so I don't know if I need to fill out a goldenrod card for it, or
Will it fall under one of the two that you have on here?
like I said, I think it'll be like the Committee for Open Source Software, and it can be either the 3rd or the 7th. I would need to get to him first. Ideally, I'd like to have it on the 3rd, and it's just him telling us, what his company does and, the possibilities for open source solutions. So, should I fill out another card?
No, I'll just use that.
Okay.
And then if you'll let us know what day.
Yeah, so I'll probably talk to him later this week, and then I'll email you and let you know.
I have a question about the solar project proposals. I know we talked about that before. We're going to have companies come before us and give us presentations on the proposals?
We can't go into too much detail. What,
Okay.
Hilda, do you want to guide us?
Oh.
I can talk to you about that
The only reason
offline.
I'm saying it is because SRP has a commercial business, and I was actually talking to them about something else in MedSurg to discuss it, and they, said that they could come and give a presentation. I could tell them 5 minutes only or something. I don't know if that's okay
Well, they could come and fill out a white card and they'll have 5 minutes.
for next meeting. Okay. Okay.
Any other future agenda items or any items you want to schedule?
Well, I would like if the question is what we're doing at the study session, either the 3rd or the 17th, given that we did the study session on the 3rd.
So I could speak to that. The focus of the study session on the 3rd was really district assessment. Oh, I'm sorry. The focus of our the student achievement results at our study session was focused on district assessment, and the design of the first meeting in September focuses on principals coming together and in a study session with the board and with district admin, and really looking at site data in the same way that we
Oh,
look
perfect.
at district data.
And we'll have it out at one of the sites. We'll set up a big table for the principals to be.
Okay.
Anything else, or is there a motion to adjourn?
I move the governing board adjourns.
All those in favor? Meeting is adjourned.